All right, guys, we're back with round one, Edison Format, Epic Cards and Games. In Hurst, Texas, we got Kano on the left playing Macro versus Nate on the right playing Instant Zombies. So Kano's like the only Macro player at my local, so when he doesn't show up often, so when he does, I try to get him on the channel. In case people want to try out Macro. I think he's playing like a Macro Monarch deck. Anyway, he opens Does Shoot. He's got Trag, Caius, Gores, Goblin Zombie, Heavy Storm. That's a pretty good hand for zombies. As long as you can as long as your Goblin Zombie doesn't get Caius, pretty decent hand. So yep, sends back the Goblin. But that hand's still pretty good. Gores and Trag. And then like for zombies, they lose to Oppression, so he's got 2 outs to Oppression. Looks like he passes. So let's see what Kano can do with this Macro deck. We saw him play last time, so he's got Bribe. One time I was playing my Frog deck in a tournament in Copper's Cove, Texas, and last round of Swiss I played against a Macro deck. It's a horrible matchup. Anyway, Gold Sarg. What is Kano Gold Sarg? Oh, Macro. I was thinking maybe D-Fissure, but hey, why not Macro? Maybe D-Fissure would have been better, though. Because when you do draw, you can just play it. But he has the Bribe. Okay, so now maybe he's trying to sell a Starlight Road. Like maybe Nate will be a little afraid of Starlight Road. So here Nate Allure. So we know he drew the Allure for his turn. Let's see what is he going to banish. Ooh, the Dark Arm. So now at least you know some of his cards. We know the Heavy Storm, MST. Trag, Gores, and I guess one other card we don't know. Right, here comes Rhoda. Rhoda for what? Did he finally draw a D-Fissure or something? Is he going to Rhoda for DD Survivor? Yes, DD Survivor. Yes, this is definitely a Macro Monarch deck. He's got Survivor in his hand, Cyber Dragon. Here comes Allure. He drew DD Scout. What's the other card? Yeah, DD Scout. Let me go read some of these cards because I don't know what some of these cards do. So he's got like Ryza, Cyber Dragon, DD Survivor. Okay, so he normal summons. Yeah, he normal summons Survivor, and then here Nate drops a Trag. Let me read this Scout plane. I forgot what it does. It's been a while since I've seen it. Once returned during the end phase of this card is currently banished and was banished this turn special summon in face-up attack position. Oh, okay. So since he lured it away, it just comes back. That's nice. It's a machine. Dark. Level 2, 800 attack, 1200 defense. And here comes the heavy. Will Kano bribe or let it go? Am I worth it to let it go? You're breaking even. Yeah, it might be worth. What are you trying to protect? Depends on what that back row is. We'll see. Because I might have let that one gone through, especially if Nate set the MST. Yeah, if Nate set the MST, I probably would have just let it gone through. So here comes Caius. So he chooses the back row that he was trying to protect. Yeah, I'm thinking this was not worth it. You still would have got Caius. Yeah, and then you kind of force him. What's he going to Caius? Your Survivor, right? Or is he going to Caius your... Yeah, I think Kano should have just let that gone through, that Heavy Storm. Anyway, let's see. Because then, what is he going to banish? Your Scout plane or your Survivor? I guess he would banish one... He would probably banish the Scout plane and then attack over the Survivor, right? Yeah, that's what he would have done. He would have went... But he did it anyway. Yeah, so yeah, I think he should have just... not negated the Heavy Storm. So here Nate attacks the Scout plane. And here comes D-Prison on the Caius. So he's left with Cyber Dragon and Ryza in his hand. So now Nate with 3 back rows. And I highly doubt Kano plays Heavy Storm in this deck. There's just no way. With all the D-Fissures and macros. So there he flips up the macro. And Nate chains MST. So, okay. Whenever Nate activated Heavy Storm... The back row that's closest to the deck was not MST, so Yeah, I think you Ryza here. Target the set. You know Nate's got Gores, and here comes Torrential, so he gets a Scout Plane. What was the set monster? Did we see what it was? Okay, Reaper hits now. He hits the Cyber Dragon. All he has is Ryza, so yeah, this game is... Oh, no, he has Banisher, right? Oh, no, what happened to the Ryza? Oh, sorry, the Ryza got Torrential. I'm dumb. But I didn't see what monster got Ryza. So now 71 to what? 62. So here comes Psychic Commander. So he decides to poke him first. But I think I saw the set is bottomless. We saw it. Ooh, Nate playing around bottomless just leaves his monsters up. I mean, what can Nate draw to deal with the Reaper? So here he hits him for 300. It was a Caius, so there's nothing he could do to the Caius. So now we're at 37 to 62, I think. I think he drew a trap. So Nate's just poking him. Now he's at, what, 2,000? He can only take 2 more hits. Yeah, 2,000. He could pay, right? He can pay to gain, or is that only when it battles a monster? So you have to keep searching these cards, because I don't know. Let me go. Okay, so he tops DD Survivor. And he's going to pay for Psychic Commander's effect. Or, no, I guess he hit the Reaper. Yeah, he must have hit the Reaper. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you can pay as long as whenever a Psychic monster battles. So Nate's probably got the read on bottomless. So, unless if Kano top deck like a Mirror Force, I think Nate's just going to go in. He could go Brio and bounce the new one if he wants to, because okay, so he's like doesn't care about Mirror Force attack, and that's game. So Nate takes game 1, which I think this should be a bad matchup for Nate. Just macro and defission in general ends his day, stops all his recruiters. Okay, game 2, Kano's going first, sets. And Nate T-sets. All right, let's see what Kano with the MST on the Royal Decree. Ooh. So Nate likes citing Decree over... I know most zombie players like citing Trap Stun and stuff. Or some people do Dust Tornado. I've never played zombie, so I don't know how I would play this deck. Okay, so here comes Banisher. Ooh. That's a good hit. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, man. So for those of you guys who may not know, I won a YCS back in 2013, and with Mermail, in game 2, my opponent summons Banisher, and I just lost to that card, so that card is annoying. Alright, so here comes, now that I'm done bragging, Psychic Commander. He's going to pay the 5 to run over the Banisher. Okay, so it looks like he had nothing to protect the Banisher. So 77, 75. Does he have something else? I thought he had like a Dust Tornado or something. So he flips Snowman, pops the Commander. Tributes the Snowman for Ryza. Ooh, looks like Nate can't chain. Ooh, but I'd be a little afraid of Gores and Trag because we saw them game 1. So let's see, does Nate have them? No. One thing I notice about Nate when I play him, he always, every time he attacks me, he's always like damage step, basically asking if I have Gores or not. So Mole hits the set, and now Ryza hits him directly. Ooh, man, Nate must not have anything. This might be a quick second game if Nate doesn't get something going for him. Oh, he does have the Trag. Did he just draw the Trag? So Gale halves the Ryza. Ooh, skill drain. And Nate changed Decree, so yeah. So it will get half by Gale. And now he attacks over Ryza for 100. I think this might be game. Kano's got brain control in hand. He just drew Bribe, which is dead, staring down a Royal Decree. But I think this is game. If he has Goyo, right? Mole, brain control, Synchro for Goyo, that's game. Through Trag. Now would Nate keep in Gores even though he signed 2 decrees? I think it might just be worth it, man. I used to hate doing that, like having like a continuous sport trap and still running Gores, but I think Gores are so good. And if you're using like a really powerful floodgate, it might just be worth it. That's why in the past you would never see Gores in Black Wings because they were main deck in 2 Oppression and Black Whirlwind, but I think people just don't care anymore. And it might be correct. Yep, Goyo, so at least I hope he summons the Goyo. Let's see if he does. Yep, that's game. And we're going to game 3. So who's going to move on with a round 1 win? Nate or Kano? I'm rooting for Kano because he doesn't show up often. Versus Nate is kind of a regular. You guys probably recognize Nate because he's always on that Caius mat. And most of the time he plays zombies. Occasionally he'll mix it up, but that's kind of like his signature deck. That's why he gets featured a lot, because he's like one of the few zombie players at my locals. Hey, if you want to get featured, play something like, because look, in the finals, we already know it's going to be. We're going to get the usual suspects in the top 4. You know, Bayou, Frogs, Black Wings. So in the early rounds, I try to get the more spicy decks. Anyway, he brain controls the breaker. Oh my god. Kano opened really strong, so he lures away the DD Scout plane, brain controls the breaker, then pops the decree. Can he get rid of the... Oh, but he can't get rid of the breaker. That's the only bad news. Oh, Trap does shoot, so his hand is Gale, Caius, Cyber Dragon, Teleport. So what do you do if you're Kano? I mean, yeah. Screw it, get rid of the Gale. Maybe Cyber Dragon, because like, but that Caius, if he's gonna make that Caius come down if he really wants to, because he's got Teleport and Cyber. So like that was just a bad situation for. Oh no, Bribe. I guess that was the only spell, but was it worth it? And he rugs him. Okay, so what does he have left? Maybe that's why he did it, because of the rug. Oh yeah, but now the rest of Kano's hand is dead, because what's in... We know they both have Caius in hand. And we don't know the card that Nate drew off Bribe. But yeah, now he has to set the Survivor. See, I think he should have waited a turn. I think he should have just taken the hit here. Oh, yeah, see, oh no, he got punished. Yeah, he should have just taken the hit and waited a turn. But then he would have just tributed for Caius. It would have been the same thing, right? Yeah, he would have just tributed the Cyber Dragon for Caius, banished the D-Fissure, attack over the Survivor. So, yeah, it would have been the same thing. Starlight Road, not what you needed right now. What he needs is like his own Cyber Dragon. And he scoops. So, Nate's moving on with a round 1 win. Hope you guys enjoyed that match. And we'll be back soon for round 2. Bye, guys.